What is going on, everybody? Today we're looking at the new LEGO Star Wars Invisible Hand, a part of the Starship collection. Now this is set 75377 with 557 pieces that retails for $49.99. So this is a pretty cool set, getting another scaled down Starship of the Invisible Hand, which is the main ship of General Grevious, and we see this mostly in Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith. So pretty cool to see the ship design, and of course very similar to the Super Star Destroyer. It comes on a black base, of course this time celebrating the 25th anniversary of LEGO Star Wars, so we have the little logo up there and then the logo that will go down on the base as well. So overall just looks cool there. If we spin the box around, we can see a side picture of the ship, I guess front on picture of the ship, a part of the Starship collection, and then the ship on the back itself where you can see the dimensions. So it's 11.5 inches long and 7 inches tall on the base. So overall looks pretty cool. And then of course we see a picture there from Revenge of the Sith where the ship in the background, you know what this is supposed to be. So very cool ship design overall. I think this looks pretty cool, and I'm excited about this, getting more of the Starship collection because I like having the ships that I would like to have in my collection but scaled down to where I can actually, have them on display and everything, because I'd run out of room so fast if having like large scale playset versions. So cool to get these small scaled down versions. Just unfortunate thing is that they're lacking, they're not all that much. You just build them and then they just sit there. You can't do anything interior. You don't get any minifigs with them or anything, so they're just lacking in that department, but overall still cool designs. So let's go ahead and look at the actual set itself. So here we have our Invisible Hand Starship, which is a modified Providence-class destroyer that serves as General Grievous's flagship, as well as the flagship for the CIS during the Clone Wars, but it was destroyed during the Battle of Coruscant, where Palpatine was being held captive, and a fight between Dooku, Anakin, and Obi-Wan took place up in the Wizard's Tower, so the tower up here. So overall, it's got a pretty neat design. Overall, looks pretty close to the ship. Obviously, with it being scaled down like this, it's hard to get, all the exact details, but I love the colors, so it's a lot of this like lighter gray color mixed in with some darker gray and then the dark blue as well, so it adds a lot of like stripe designs on it. Up here at the front, I love how we get the like little nose point, although I feel this piece, it's like a little ice skating piece, should be flipped around because I feel the ship has more of like a curved down point instead of curved up, but it doesn't really matter either way. But they're still again trying to carry out that look. We have the bridge here, so this is the bridge of course where we see towards the end of the ship sequence where Anakin and Obi-Wan are trying to pilot the ship back down to Coruscant after the ship has fallen apart, and of course we do get that function as well. We get some CIS logos there, so the Confederacy of Independent Systems, so all the separatists and stuff, so we have their logo on there, so that's cool. And I like the addition of yellow. Now unfortunately I don't like this yellow because it's like a pale yellow with this color they use, so I don't like that as much, but it's still cool that you threw in the yellow colors. And we have a lot of yellow down here as well. Now obviously I don't know the whole like ship design like perfectly, but I'm not sure if where these yellow sections are, if it's just part of the design or it's supposed to be like where the cannons are, because obviously the ship have all sorts of cannon stuff, and we see in the movie there's droids at the cannon shooting out, and of course we see some get blasted and everything, so I'm not sure if that's what that is. And then we go to the back section, so we get the much bigger area where we do have the landing base, so where ships can go in and out. So of course I love how they use the blue plating here to give it that invisible shield design. And inside here is where we get our little Easter egg, which of course you can't see it at all through this design, but I did take a picture from the book so you could see it. So on this side over here we have a red and a yellow little stud that's supposed to be Anakin and Obi-Wan Starship, and then over here we have some brown studs that's supposed to be represent an MTT that was in the landing area as well when they land into the ship. That's in the background, so it's cool they have that. And like I said, I have that picture that I'll put up so you can see that what that's supposed to look like. Then we go to the back where we have the engine, so it has 3 engines on the back, so pretty nice design, engine design. And then we go up to the top to the Wizard's Tower as it's labeled. So this is the tower where Palpatine's up at the top, where Anakin and Obi-Wan fight Dooku and everything, so that's what this whole section is up here. And this tower piece is probably where we get the elevator scenes where Anakin and Obi-Wan in the elevator trying to get around, so that's probably what that is all supposed to be. So like I said, just the mini scale ship, or what used to be called midi scale, that they now have the Starship collection. So it's just a shrunk down version. So like I said, you don't get all the details, but they try to put all little details and like greebling and stuff to add the look like the exterior of the ship. And overall I think it looks pretty good. Like just seeing this on a shelf, you can immediately identify what it's supposed to be, so I think they did a good job there. Like I said, it's just lacking because you don't get any minifigures and you don't have any like inside accessory play or whatever for it. It's just, look at the ship the way it is here. But as I mentioned, there is a function to the ship, so we can take it off the display. Now I always get this taken off wrong to where it pulls off some of the pieces, but it's not like it matters if it does or not. So you can take it off there, and then this has the ability to split in half. So we have this section right here that does split in half, so you can split it in half like it does in the movie. So again, towards the end of the sequence when Anakin's trying to pilot and the ship starts falling apart because it's been damaged, so it can fall apart, and then this is the section that he crashes back down into Coruscant. So it's cool that they added that play feature, so there is at least some function to it to represent what it does in the movie. So I thought that was pretty cool as well. And then of course we get the black base as well, so we have the little Star Wars logo with the invisible hand there. So I love how it's all labeled so you know exactly what this is. And then we have our Lego Star Wars 25th anniversary little brick here that has R2D2 with a hologram brick piece. So that is pretty cool. Of course, this is just an additional function. You can take this grill piece off, put it on there, and have it normally, but I like, since it is a part of the anniversary, like having that on there. So that I think looks really cool. So like I said, it's not the most exciting thing in the world, but it's just cool to have a scaled out version of a ship that, you know, I would want in my collection, just that we don't have and would be way too big. Now, of course, we have had another version of this before with the Super Star Destroyer, so part of the Starship collection. So you can see that there. Of course, the size differences. So let's see if we get it. I can't really get it focused, so you can see the size of it. So I'm trying to get them lined up towards the back. There's probably close to a lot of more size difference between the two sets, but just having this Super Star, but just having the Executor here made me really like these size of ships. So I was excited when they announced more. So they released 3 more, including this one. So we have this ship along with the Millennium Falcon and Tantive that will be coming up soon. So overall, a pretty decent ship. Like I said, not the most exciting thing. And I do believe this was like a Lego store exclusive or something. Like I know I quickly rushed to order it so I wouldn't miss out on it because it was some sort of exclusive. So I made sure to get this one ordered. So if you like this ship, it may be a little bit more difficult to get your hands on. But overall, I think it does look really cool. Like I said, that's the biggest thing for me, is that it looks cool and looks like the ship it's supposed to be, which it does. So that makes me happy. And I really think the ship looks cool. Like I said, I just wish there was more to these ships, unfortunately. But let me know what you thought of the ship, though, down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this review, let me know with a like. And don't forget that subscribe button to see more of our videos. But I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you all stay awesome out there, and I'll see you in our next review.